Hello and welcome everybody, this is your Variety G, Kronos99, and we're here with Ghost Recon. Decided to pick it up for, what is it, 20 bucks? I'm not feeling the greatest. It seems like I'm always doing this when I'm not feeling the greatest, but other than that, I'm wearing some new headphones I'm trying out. If they want to know what they are, they're the Has 30 Licks Pro. I tried them out for just normal, like, music. This is supposed to be mostly for music, but these things are awesome. If you can get them, they were like 46 bucks. But anyways, they're closed back, so no one will hear you, and like they do a really good job at that. And they're not as as comfortable as my Tac Stars, but like they are comfortable. They have a little bit of a grip, but not too much. But if you're wondering how I feel, I'm feeling kind of underneath the weather. And I decided to buy this game because I've been wanting to play it for so long. And let's get on with this. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. And this might be taken down from YouTube standards, but if you guys see black artifacting again, every time that Shadowplay has a new update, I usually just see I Twitch stream at least one thing and see if it's just gonna have black artifacting, because for some reason Shadowplay live streaming is doing it now.
I have killed thousands. I have fed more drug fiends than the top 3 pharmaceutical companies combined. I have stolen children from parents, wives from husbands, wiped out entire generations. But lying, that I have never done. The rest are offenses against humanity. Lying is an offense against yourself. I am the head of the Santa Blanca organization.
Whoa.
Which you call a cartel. I had a dream. I dreamed of a land where we could grow our own coca, produce our own cocaine, where we could run our business free from interference from the police, the government, the army, the Yankees. In my dream, a woman's voice asked me,
Sueño, mijo, what if you had your own country?
Like Moses, I led my people to the promised land. Bolivia. We came here. We bought the coca fields. What we couldn't buy, we took. We bought the police, the military, the judges, the politicians. We were on the verge of becoming the government itself, on the razor's edge from fulfilling my dream. Of creating a narco-state. The nation of Santa Blanca.
Last week, a crude explosive detonated outside the U.S. Embassy in La Paz, Bolivia. 2 Marine Embassy guards were injured in the blast. 2 days later, a CIA asset in central Bolivia provided us with these images. Our analysts have identified the individual in the photo as DEA Special Agent Ricardo Ricky Sandoval, my friend. Sandoval had spent the last 6 years investigating the local cocaine industry. Our understanding is that Sandoval was the intended target of the bombing. What the embassy bomb did not accomplish was completed up close and personal. Sandoval was captured, tortured, and killed. Then his body was dumped. We have yet to recover it. Our target, the group responsible for the embassy bombing and the death of Special Agent Sandoval, is the drug trafficking organization commonly known as the Santa Blanca Cartel. Yesterday, they were just narcos. Today, they're narco-terrorists. Initially, the Bolivian government resisted the Mexican cartel. They formed Unidad, a Bolivian special forces unit. It didn't go as planned. Thousands of bodies later, Politicians, police officers, and journalists have become an endangered species. The Bolivian government has imploded on itself. With no other options, the new president made a deal with Santa Blanca. You stop killing our people, we'll look the other way. Since then, Santa Blanca has turned Bolivia into the nexus of the South American drug trade. With their friends in Mexico, they also have a clear pipeline to the US and Canada. The only way to stop Santa Blanca for good is to completely dismantle them, piece by piece. The cartel is organized into 4 operations: production, smuggling, security, and influence. At the top of it all is El Jefe de los Jefes, boss of bosses, El Sueño.
Who's gonna make the big boss like crazy looking? Alright, so I guess you know my handle. 14 new notifications. Special offers from legendary items are awaiting you. Hey, ghosts! To celebrate the inclusion of our icon outfits in our Spec Ops crates, we have doubled the drop rate for all legendary items. Alright. So, I don't know what's going on here. I know that I didn't get the DLC. I was going to, but like at the same point, I was just like, so pay an extra $10 for DLC. That's not really that great. And then Narco Road isn't that great. And then Fallen Ghost is kind of okay, but you have to redo like your guy and whatnot. And I was just like, I was reading all this and I looked it up and I was like, yeah, you do have to do that. And yes, I always use a controller even on PC. People are like, sacrilege. I'm like, no, I just don't want to use my mouse and then use my... I think it's just like a whole hell of a lot of problems doing that. And I'm not really using a desk, using my TV. So, I mean, they're like, oh, that's even worse. I was like, I have a wireless keyboard and I can use that. But usually, like, I am going to get back my own PC rig, but it's not right now. I don't need it for these type of games that are like single player. And I love playing on my Xbox One's wireless controller anyway. And yes, we are going to video. Display Sony TV. Borderless. They're tripping. Why would they ever go to fucking... If you saw a weirdness on there, I'd always go full screen. I do not know why they do that. Colorblind mode. Sharpening. I like putting sharpening all the way up. Because it just looks, everything looks all better. Extended field of view. I don't know. I can go that for more than that. And we're gonna apply that. Because this is gonna be 4K. I don't know if 4K will work. But we'll try it anyway. Hopefully that makes my because when I'm streaming on OB, like OBS, like it has problems like scaling it back, and I don't know why. And then I have to do it manually. With Shadowplay, I don't have to do that. In Shadowplay, it does everything. It just hopefully the artifacts aren't there. And usually, if I do this, like it's still streaming, hopefully it captures everything correctly. But if it's not, I am sorry. I haven't streamed in a while and I'm not feeling the best, but that's why I'm playing the game. Is that everything? Yeah. Very high. We don't need AA because... Damn. That's temporal. See, FXAA, you can see it, then you can't see it, then you can see it, then you can't see it, then you can see it. That's pretty weird. You're probably just like, could you stop? And I'm like, no. Ambient occlusion, HBO. Damn. I like that. Oh yeah, we're going ultra. Ah, that's what anisotropic filtering does. I never knew that. Oh, okay. We're gonna try everything on. True effects. Simulation of dense patches of grass. I hate motion blur. I hate it. Iron sights depth of field? No. Why would I want that? So you can sharpen out that? No, I'm cool with that. I don't want high quality depth of field. Is that what bloom does? Makes it more like that. Then I can't see anything. Fuck that. God Rays Enhanced, that seems good to me. Lens flare is fine. Long range, they have a whole bunch of things. Alright, let's apply that. Background sound. There we go. We'll do surround. That does make a difference. We'll do surround anyway. Let's see how it goes. Because I have surround on this thing anyway, so it's simulated. And it said something for a benchmark. So let's let's try it. Rebel sympathizer, achievement unlocked. It looks fucking beautiful. It does look fucking beautiful. Just like Clancy probably used the same engine they used for like well, am I saying him? He doesn't do shit. The programmers and all the team probably use the same engine that they use for Division. And I will be getting to Division 2. I know I haven't played Destiny 2 or any of the other games like I told you I would, like Final Fantasy 15 for the PC. I did get it. I got it before it even came out, like, and I'm planning to play it. It's weird that I'm playing this before that, but I'm just like, you know, really into this right now. Oh, it's not dealing with this. It's not dealing with it very well. Nope. Damn, you look at this. It's like, no, I can't deal with this kind of shit. No. Yeah, we'll quit that shit. Cause I really wanted to see how the benchmark looked on my rig, and it did not look good. It's another game that I can't do that on, so let's turn it back down to 1080p. Hopefully, like, hopefully it keeps the way that it's supposed to. And let's just do it with the graphics that we have now, even though that we have no anti-aliasing. We'll see how it goes. I can see that there's like one person watching. Hello. We haven't played the game yet. We just went through the opening cutscene and then me like changing the graphics options. It won't take that much longer. It's still doing 37, 45, 43, 44. It's like 40s. Doing 50s in some areas. 45, 50. And this is with the 1070. And the i7. Whoa. The sharpening makes everything look really... Whoa, that kind of... That fucked me up a little bit. It's not bad, but it's not good either. Yeah, like a 36 to a 45. That's not good. Gonna have to do the same thing I did with the 15, man. Like, you're gonna have to do something more else with it. Temporal seems really good. This seems alright. Temporal is really cool. I'll keep the temporal. Create soft shadows between two or more intersecting objects. That looks just so much better, so I'll keep that. I really like the very high. Gonna have to give something away. I don't care about shadows that much. We took all that off. God rays. I like the God rays being there, but we'll see if what we can like do for this. Long range shadows, I mean, I love it, but it's gonna have to be probably turned off. The game looks awesome though. I mean, shadows would be awesome to have. Medium shadows up on this would be fine. This is the whole first 20 minutes of this is just gonna be like us doing nothing but like it's still at 50. I mean, it's better. It's a lot better, but yeah, we're gonna get the fuck out of there. Damn, it's gonna take like a bag of cheddar and everything to get this thing done. Oh, SSB. See, with it, nothing there, it's that, but like, does it really need draw distance? Not really. I like the level of detail though. Because then you get to see everything really cool and looking, but do you really care? When you're out there doing your thing? I'll keep it at high, I guess. We'll try to keep it that way. Let's try to keep that off. I know this is kind of a pain in the ass, but this will just show you exactly what people go through trying to figure out how to get their rigs better, and what great way to show you what a 1070 with the i7 with 16 gigs of RAM with 8 gigs of VRAM if you have a 1070 looks like at 1080p. And that did make it go up, not to 60 frames per second, but 50, 4. It still doesn't look that awesome. It's keeping constant, like at 55, 56, 55, then 47. Yeah, there's gonna have to be some kind of way that we're gonna have to do this. Yeah, it's gonna be just the thing of it though. Just gotta figure out how to do this correctly. Because this is the like very high preset. And this is, yeah, we'll just do it that way. Because this is what it gave me before, was just a very high preset. And this is just on 1080p. And the game is not hitting 60 frames per second. It's hitting 60 frames now. Even the 60 frames looks weird. It doesn't look bad at all. The sharpening made it look really weird. If you're looking at the frames per second, looking a lot better because I put fast on it. And fast on the NVIDIA GPU means that it does just drop the frames if it goes past 60. So it doesn't, like, you know, have any tearing or anything like that. It did dip down a little bit, but it's keeping constant with 60 frames per second. It doesn't look bad at all. Yeah, it's like minimum is 59, its max is 76. As you can see my video drivers, VRAM, what I have going right there. I guess you're just probably saying, well, that's good enough, right? I was like, yeah, I guess. See, this is put on very high, which is nice. But we're going to put this on medium. And we're going to turn off long range shadows. Long range shadows can be okay. I would like it to be enhanced. I want bloom to be off. I want that off. Let's see how that benchmarks. You're probably like wondering why you keep doing this, and I'm just like, I'm just trying to figure out what's the best part of this game. Because I mean, look at that. That looks fucking amazing looking. If that's the DLC, then I don't know. Can't even look to see what time it is, because I turned off my phone. Yeah, just turning all that stuff on makes everything go down in quality to 50 frames per second. It's not bad, but it's not really the greatest either. Damn, I'm just gonna be here forever just doing this. I'm gonna do it very high. SBC is probably what we're gonna have to deal with. Level of detail is just gonna be how it is. I want that 16 at least. It's gonna go to medium. And if you wonder what that is my phone turning on because I have to figure out, like, I want the true effects to be at least on. No motion blur. I don't want high quality of that. And bloom just looks weird. Like, you know, you see it, it just kind of fucks up with shit. I don't want that. Alright, well then it's starting to get to that time. It's crazy how far a game has come, you know, with realism and stuff like that, and the way that everything looks. I'm glad that I do have a 1070 because it's like $1,000 for my gaming X right now, which I'm like, you know, really glad that I do have my gaming X. At the same point, I'm just going, I wouldn't pay $1,000 right now just because Bitcoin just ruined everything for the PC community. I mean, Bitcoin go suck a dick. Hey, I'm in the nigga. It looks good. Bam. Boom. With the true effects on, it's doing pretty good. It's doing pretty decent. I put like the thing down, so that's not bad at all. We can, I think I could deal with that. We're getting 60 minimum, so it's not like it's horrible at all. How about we do HBO and then just like lose a little bit of frames, and that's fine with me. And I do want to put better textures, but at the same time I know that's gonna fuck everything up. Let's do the God Rays at least enhanced. That's fine. Motion blur. Vegetation quality doesn't need to be great. Terrain quality could be awesome. But, you know. Let's do ultra and see how it works. The vegetation could be at just high. Because, like, that would be awesome. But, we'll try it. I think that's the texture quality being at high is what we're going to be aiming for. I know I'm taking a little bit longer than I'm supposed to up on this, but I want to get things right. For me anyway, I don't care really about like a lot of what people think about my streams. I'm not super popular or anything. We're getting 57 now. Ooh, did you see that? Like, popped. Pop, 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 popcorn. Just the enhanced stuff like that, it's like making it almost hit 60. But we're getting the enhanced, like, God Rays and then enhanced, like, HBO. HBAO or whatever plus. And sub-scattering. So we're not. So that does take it down a lot. So should probably put this as like intro. I'll mark this as intro, and I'll put part 1 as something else later after I'm done doing this. I shouldn't even be streaming this like this right now, but people can watch it if they want. Hence God Razor, okay. I think the vegetation being an ultra can be put on very high. The terrain quality, I would like it to be ultra. Vegetation would be awesome, but we'll see how it goes. I'll try ultra like shadows. I don't think even shadows have problems now. Let's do ultra and see how that works too. Just to see. Be intro and graphics. I'll put that as the stream name for YouTube. Because I'm gonna stop the stream and then restart the stream as part 1. Whoa. It really takes a dip. Look at that dip. It's like, I can't take the pressure. No. No. Alright, we've seen what we had to see. Alright, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna see how it works on this. You're probably like, no, what are you doing? I'm gonna put this back to 50 because that looks kind of weird. I put it on Division, but the Division I should probably set it back because the Division looks good with it, but it looks kind of like a faded out type of look. I like it does have a benchmark though. El Merte. Merte. And if it changes for you guys, and like I said, that I'm gonna look at the stream anyway to make sure that if it's doing the black artifacting, it never used to. So there's some kind of fucked up thing that it keeps doing. Oh, 22. That's what we want, right, guys? 22 is like. We are not trying to do that. That's pretty harsh. That's pretty harsh, guys. Just like in in Final Fantasy, you might have to do this thing. Or might have to do this thing at 1080p. I mean, in Destiny you can do 4K. And this is DSR 4K. I mean, like, it's a native to 1080p, but 4K DSR, I thought that could. Most of my games I can do that, but certain games I can't. And this game just can't take it. I just can't take it. In Final Fantasy, 1440p actually looks pretty damn good. We can try 1440p. Try 1440p with very high graphics and see how that goes. Because 1440p is like the in between. If you don't know, I bet you do know. that one person that was watching my stream that I could see, because I could see this little icon for shadow play. They're probably like, "Wait, this guy sucks." This guy keeps on fucking with this goddamn settings. It's like, I just want you to play the damn game. It can do it. At 52, 53, 1440p. 1440p is not doing that great. We're gonna have to do it 1080p. It's not gonna be the greatest. You guys won't see a difference. I'm hoping to actually, because I'm gonna upgrade my GPU at some point when Bitcoin dies. If it ever dies, anyway. Alright. Alright, 1080p it is. Let's do texture ultra. Nothing on. Turn off motion blur. Turn off high quality. Turn off bloom. Long range shadow, subsurface scattering, and SSBC sounds good. We'll do that, and we'll see how it looks. Because all I did was up the level of the texture quality, right? I think so. Texture quality, I think, is there. I swear to you, we'll play the game. This is gonna be the intro and graphics preset. There's probably mods out for this game to make it look even better, but I will look at that later. The game won't even start up the thing anymore. Okay, starting at 66, so that's promising. It's going to 70. Okay, that's already a good mark right there. The texture quality is not that bad once you do that. God's rays. I will enhance the God rays. And I'll do true effects. And see how that works. If you're wondering what I'm... Well, if you're still watching this goddamn video, you know what I'm doing. Obviously. I don't expect anybody to watch this, even though that I put out other like videos on my channel that people could watch. But it's whatever. It's whatever. Probably the true thing. Because it's still hitting a good FPS. It's got to be that true grass. That true grass probably rapes it. I'm gonna do true grass and I'm gonna do HBO, and then I think I'll be good for that. That true grass shit needs to be taken off. Sorry, people. Wish I could put a lot of these shit on. I like the. I won't put bloom on anymore for anything. Terrain quality. I'd like terrain quality to be ultra. We'll see if we can do that. Shadow quality. Let's see if we can keep the shadow quality. If we keep this, I will be a happy camper. And finally, my rig is actually starting to show its age. Sadly. I would like to get like a 1080, and that'll be cool. But only at the MSRP. Ooh. Doesn't even matter for that. Look at that. Just dips. They're just dips. It's like we can't have this. Can't have to have it for 30 days. It's not that bad. I mean, it does dip. 57, 59s. It has gone to 55s, 54s. So it goes down to 50 to 60 with all this shit on. I'm thinking that we can deal with that. Like it's a 49 minimum. Like, will we notice the... Yeah, we will notice it. But do we want to? It's not gonna be ultra, I'll tell you that. Let's see if I put it on medium, if it makes any difference. If the shadows make any difference on it at all. I wouldn't suggest this video to anybody, really. I should be playing the game rather than doing any of this crap. Does look like the shadowing does make a difference. Because who pays attention to the shadows, really? Oh, huevo! Yeah, the shadows turned down to medium seems to do pretty decently. I'm just gonna see if the HBAO actually like takes it down. Like I said, I'm gonna redo it. I know I'm not gonna get that much sleep tonight. That's fine. Looks like it's slightly being consistent. It's staying in the range roughly. I think that we can float this. It's not going to be HBAO, but we get ultra terrain quality, but we don't get the greatest of lighting. HBAO is like really great for lighting. You know what? We'll put the HBAO on. I really like the HBAO. It really makes it like bow. I think lighting takes like a really good turn to it. We could just go FXAA. I just kind of want to see if the aliasing actually makes any difference. You guys are probably like, why doesn't this man play games? I don't know. I like tinkering with shit so much. And this will be just like an in-depth overview if you have, like, if you're struggling with like a mid card like I am with a 1070 and you want to run a game like this. It doesn't really matter for aliasing. It doesn't really matter. I think temporal is like a lot better aliasing. It looks really clean because it looks realistic. SMAA is nice, and you can tell that temporal like makes it really nice. Temporal is just like, hi, what's your name? And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what my name is. I don't know why we got these glasses. I don't know why I got these glasses. Alright. I would like to have the textures be really good though, but we'll see. Because the terrain is now taken down. And we got the great lighting, we got the great textures, and we got the great aliasing because it's 1080p. But we got the very high shadows, the very high, like, almost everything. So I can still play this game with very high settings, which is pretty nice. So we're at 60. It'll be dipping, yeah, it's dipping. It dips pretty well. Even though I took the thing off, it still doesn't matter. It keeps a steady 60 though. It gets to 70 in some areas. It keeps a 60 in most places. 56. 53. So we're not getting the good geometry, but we're getting the 61 frames per second, like, you know, with this. And my GPU is doing as best as it can. So we'll do medium. So high be fine. It's like a reminiscent of what it is. I'm just talking to myself now. I like terrain quality to be better. That would look tight. It's a minor thing. That's actually not minor. I want to keep it on, so we'll keep all this stuff on and we'll see how it goes. I'm just such an ass. I'm just like, I want it all. It's like, but you don't have it. You don't have it. You can't do it. And it's like, I know. I'll run this one last benchmark and then we'll be done. And then I'm gonna just put it on a better setting for when we come back for the first part of it, because this is just gonna be called the intro. the terrain quality put in there is not too bad. Yeah, it does like a 50, so it's like we're averaging 57 with this stuff. I think I can chill with that. And this is us with texture quality and terrain quality with true effects on. We don't have to have true effects, but it's pretty cool to have it there. So we'll just keep it that way. We'll just keep it like this. I like it like this. We'll keep it this way. Shadow quality's high, so because it's not like the worst. If we go like this, will it make a difference if it's very high? And we'll be walking in there. Will you notice the shadows? Really? Not really. I don't think you will. We're gonna apply that. We'll see if that actually makes a difference. Ooh, look at that. You can see that they put super amounts of detail into this game. That's why it sold so well. It was so nice. Even though it's not the greatest game in the world. That's what I heard anyway, but when I saw it being played, it seemed really nice. Seemed really nice. Damn, this is going to be like a 40-minute video of just the intro of me doing this. That's pretty harsh. It's not doing that bad, actually. These new headphones are really, really good, I got to say. Yeah, you can see that the shadows have an impact. Not really. Not really that much impact. Very high, be fine. Or we'll be like averaging like almost like 60 almost all the time. If you don't like it, I don't care what you mean, what your face means.